Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I'm here at the Legoland Florida Resort and I'm starting off in Peppa Pig Theme Park. I've never been into this park before. There is a coaster credit to get here, of course the world famous Daddy Pig's roller coaster, which I'm very excited to get on today. And then we're going to be heading over into Legoland Florida. Galactic Coaster is new since my last visit. I was here last year and I got to see the park for the first time and I was quite impressed with it. It's a really beautiful park and a really nice location, and I'm really looking forward to riding Galactic Coaster, their new ride for this year. But yeah, we're going to start off in Peppa Pig Theme Park, 10 till 4 in this park, 10 till 5 in Legoland. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty quiet day, so hopefully we'll get on lots of rides. I think so.
How fast did it go, guys?
Oh dear, it's going to take even longer. Let's try another shot. I'll look at the map. Daddy Pig is not very good.
So the park's now open and we went straight to Daddy Pig's roller coaster. I got on the second train of the day. There we go, I've got the credit. And yeah, it was good fun. It's a nice little junior coaster, to be honest. It's even got a little kicker wheel launch on there. I believe it's a clone of the one at Knott's Berry Farm. And yeah, it's a nice junior coaster. To be fair, I actually got a couple of laterals on there. It was a little bit rattly, however, I do like the theming around it. The colour scheme's fantastic and the train design is absolutely fantastic as well, with the car and of course Daddy Pig sitting in the front of it. It was a good fun ride and of course nice to get the credit as well. Right then, I'm going to go for a ride on Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Adventure now. There's some nice theming around here, to be fair. The theming around this park is quite nice. It's better than I was expecting. It looks a bit short. Here we go, let's go on the ride. Absolute walk on. Here we go. About to get on the dinosaurs.
Exciting!
Let's go. So the dinosaurs were absolutely incredible there. Life-changing moment. The theming was actually pretty nice around there. It was a good fun ride. And then, yeah, we're heading out of Peppa Pig Theme Park now and we're going to go over to Legoland. Coastersaurus is down for maintenance at the moment, we've just seen on the app, so that's a bit of a shame. That's the wooden coaster, however. It's not too big of a deal. My biggest priority here today is Galactic Coaster and I'm really looking forward to that. Right then, so I'm inside the park, just walking through Miniland. What I like with this Miniland is that it's all undercover, which is absolutely brilliant. This would be a massive benefit in Windsor. But here we go, you've got a whole section around Las Vegas over here. Look at that. You've got the Excalibur Hotel, New York, New York. Shame they don't have the Big Apple coaster going around it. The Mirage. There you go, you can press all the buttons as well. So I'm heading straight to the back of the park to go and ride Galactic Coaster. So this is an art engineering coaster. It's opened earlier this year. It's basically their take on the Intamin multi-dimension coaster. It does look very short from the POVs that I've seen. However, it does look quite well themed as well. And of course you've got the pre-shows on there, you customize a spaceship. So I feel like this is gonna be a really nice ride for this park. And of course an indoor ride in Florida, you can't go wrong with that. So I've arrived at the entrance to Galactic Coaster, the park's brand new indoor roller coaster. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a go. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take you on the ride. This is a Merlin park after all, no on-ride filming. However, I'm looking forward to experiencing it. We can press the button over here as well. Oh, it's not working this time. Well, there we go. It lights up and it starts making some noises. And I believe we're putting our stuff into lockers just over there as well. So, of course, you've got a single rider queue for this as well. Not that it needs it today, it's on a 5-minute queue. But yeah, we're gonna have to get lockers. Same lockers as at SeaWorld, but I believe these ones are free.
Listen up, cadets. We need your help. A giant space rock is zooming towards us. It's the asteroid of probable destruction. We tried zapping the asteroid with a giant laser. We tried catching it with a giant net.
Like nothing else. You'll need to make your spacecraft speedy, too, because as soon as the separators come for you, it's time to go, 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 before they can separate you, too.
Woo-hoo! Check me out! My gravity skates just fizzled out! Hey, teammate!
Oh, we're customizing a spaceship.
Stand back and wait for the next
I'm very proud, Jim.
Whichever pose is on your screen.
There we go, there's our design. And look at this, those copycats over there, copying. Right then, straight up to the loading bay, here we go. It's time to ride Galactic Coaster. So I've done 2 rides on Galactic Coaster, the brand new ride here at Legoland Florida. And to be fair, I did really enjoy that. I think the theming was absolutely great in there. The story was good. So of course you start off going into the pre-show where it tells you about the story of the ride. You then go to customize your spaceship, and then of course you get onto the ride itself. I think the pre-show was really well done. The animatronic in there was absolutely fantastic. All of the lighting effects and the screens in there telling you the story. I did really enjoy that. I think it did drag on a little bit. I feel like they could have made it a bit shorter because I feel like I would want to go round again, but it's just like having to get through the pre-show again, and it just takes a bit of time. So I feel like that does drag on a little bit. Then you go to customize your spaceship, which is a really cool part of the ride, and that's going to be great for the families to be able to do, where they can interact with it and design their own spaceship. That's definitely something that's going to go down well with this. And then of course you get on the ride itself. The coaster, there's some great theming on there. I did really enjoy the theming, all of the star cloth in there, the Lego bricks, there's some screens and lots of props in there as well. However, it was very short. I was expecting that when coming in, but when I first saw the POV, I was very underwhelmed with how short it was. When you go on it, it is a really nice ride. It's a great ride for this park, and to be honest, it is probably a good thing that it is quite short, because then if you have families on there that might be a little bit nervous, then at least it's over quickly. However, it is definitely a very short ride. I do worry that people may feel a bit underwhelmed by the length of it, but in terms of the theming and the overall experience, I was really impressed with that. So I think that they have done really well with that, and hopefully we're going to see a similar quality to the indoor coaster coming to Chessington next year. Of course, they're getting their intimate multi-dimension coaster, which looks like it's going to be very well themed. If it is a similar, like the same standard as that, then I definitely think we are going to be in for a really good ride there. So it's time to go on another coaster now. This is a Mack Wild Mouse, and it used to operate at Legoland Windsor. However, it got removed due to noise complaints, so they ended up moving it here. It's not anything special. I went on this last year. It was pretty slow. However, for a family park, it is a nice addition here. There we go, so just did the Wild Mouse, got pretty much straight on. And yeah, it's not too bad for a Legoland park. It is pretty slow going on there, so if you do want the lateral forces on there, then yeah, it's not going to be a particularly exciting one, but for me, I'm not a big fan of Wild Mouse coasters anyway, so it's actually quite nice. You do get some nice views on there, and it's fairly smooth, but yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of the Wild Mouse coasters with all the lateral turns on there. Not the most comfortable, but it's quite fun to know that it still lives on from, of course, after it got moved from Windsor over to here. And this isn't the only ride that got moved between these two parks as well. If you didn't already know, when this park used to be known as Cypress Gardens, they used to have Storm Surge here as well at Thorpe Park, but then when the park got turned to Legoland, they got Storm Surge and brought it over to Thorpe Park. So there's a couple of rides that have gone between the UK and this park. I'm back in Miniland now, the heart of any Legoland park. You've got Carousel there in Central Park.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Why is there dinosaurs?
That's a very good question, to be honest.
What's the dinosaurs got to do with it?
But there we go, we've got all the skyscrapers here. I like Grand Central there, that's really cool. Oh my god, yeah, there's a dinosaur here as well. Oh, he's eating the taco from on top of the taco truck. There we go, Empire State Building. It's a very impressive Miniland, this. It's not as good as the one in Dubai, however, there are some very impressive models here. There we go, the fire engine even has a water effect. Yeah, you just press the button there. This is really impressive around here. Look at Tampa over here. This is a little bit dirty over here. Could do with a clean up. Here we go, we can make them conga. There they go. I like all the skyscrapers over there though, and then all the water. Here we go. Got the Kennedy Space Center. And every few minutes this rocket launches up, so we're gonna see that in a sec. Here's Miami Beach over here. There we go. I like the boats over the water. They're really cool. So we've got to that point in the day now where a lot of the outdoor rides have closed due to a storm in the area. So yeah, these are the only rides that are currently open. But yeah, we've got all of these that are all closed. So yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna, hopefully it won't last for too long, but the Dragon is closed. We haven't done that yet. And like Safari Track, I'd do that. Coastersaurus is down all day. And yeah, so there we go. Hopefully we'll get on Lost Kingdom Adventure though. That's a good dark ride. And then Masters of Flight as well. Maybe do Galactic Coaster again as well, because I did enjoy that. But yeah, a lot of the rides are down now. Right, so they've just played a park-wide announcement. The rides are about to resume operation, but we're heading into Lego Movie World. And I'm about to go on Masters of Flight. So this was originally planned for Legoland Windsor. However, it ended up getting scrapped in favour of Lego Mythica. So it's the same rides in this area. You got the drop tower over there. Only one of them though. In Windsor they of course have two. And then we got the Flying Theatre here as well. This one's not as good as the one in Windsor. However, I do still enjoy it. So let's go for a ride. Advertised at a 20-minute queue. Something they don't have in Windsor though is the splash battle just behind me, and it's an absolute soaker. I got drenched on there last time. So I don't know if we'll do that today, but yeah, we're heading into the queue now for Masters of Flight.
Panel of judges. This year's competition is Masters of Flight, where master builders are challenged to leave the safety of the ground for the joy of the skies. Right behind me, under this curtain, is something that's so amazing can only be described as awesome. Actually, it's better than that. It's awesomer! Which is slightly more awesome than awesome. Without further ado, I present to you the triple-decker flying couch. Now, I will acknowledge.
So I just had a ride on Masters of Flight, and yeah, that's probably one of the higher ranked flying theatres I've done. It's not my favourite. I definitely prefer Flight of the Skyline, and obviously it's nothing on Flight of Passage. However, I did quite enjoy it. There was some decent movement on there. It's one of the more intense ones that I've done. It definitely felt more like it had more movement and more intense sections than some of the others. Like some I've been on have been really tame, like Soarin' is really tame, and so is Expedition Odyssey as well. And a couple of the others that I've done as well have been quite tame, but that's definitely one of the more intense ones. But I did enjoy it. It was good to get back on there. Unfortunately, it has started absolutely throwing it down. The Dragon is closed because of the rain, and yeah, we're kind of waiting around for that because it's literally that and one other dark ride that are like the major attractions left to do. Of course, there is Ninjago here as well, but that's got a massive queue, and that's the same as it is in Windsor, so we're not too bothered about that. I think we're going to do these couple of rides and then head over to Epcot. So yeah, I think that's the plan at the moment. So yeah, hopefully we'll get on this dark ride and then maybe get on the Dragon afterwards, because I would like to get back on there because it is a nice coaster. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. Bit of an interesting fact for the Dragon for you. So it used to be just a standard Vekoma Junior coaster. Then when this park went from Cypress Gardens to Legoland, they added the dark ride section, of course, that iconic dark ride section that all of the Dragon coasters have. They added that on to the pre-existing coaster to turn into what it is today. So I would like to get on it, but it's not going to be the end of the world if we don't. And there's a look at the Woody over there. I am a bit upset that we're not getting on that today. I was looking forward to getting back on there. But here we go, here's Lost Kingdom Adventure. So we're gonna go for a ride on here. That's the exit, guys. Can you read the sign, please? Exit only. Right. Oh, I am a bit gutted that we're not getting on that coaster. But oh well. So Lost Kingdom Adventure is an okay dark ride. It's better than the one in Windsor, Laser Raiders. However, it's definitely nowhere near as good as the one in Dubai. That was my favourite one that I've done of those. Just because you lost on that. Absolutely lost, you sore loser. Absolutely terrible score in there. What score was that? Was it 3,000?
I got 30,000.
Really? Sure. Oh, was there? Where's that extra zero coming from?
You lost it in your imagination.
I don't think I did. But yeah, it was a good ride. Some nice theme in there and effects. The sounds of the guns make it really weird though. It's a similar sound on Laser Raiders, but it does get a bit annoying. But I was focused on that. I just wanted to beat him, which I did.
If you want to go faster.
So we went on Merlin's challenge, which was a bit uncomfortable. We were waiting for the dragon to open. I don't think it's going to, unfortunately, so, or at least not for a little bit anyway. So there we go. Yeah, there's 2 out of 5 coasters we haven't got today. I forgot about Daddy Pig's roller coaster. I can't forget about that. But yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be getting those today. So hopefully at some point I'll be able to come back and get back on those coasters. It's not the end of the world, but hopefully at some point I will get back on them, especially the wooden coaster, because that is quite a unique ride to have at this park. So yeah, it's a shame about that, but at least we got on Galactic Coaster. That was the main event. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this vlog here. The dragon is still closed, so we're going to head over to Epcot now. But before I ended the vlog, I did want to share an update here at the entrance, because currently the entrance archway is completely demolished. I didn't even realise that this wasn't going to be here. I was expecting here to come here and see the iconic Legoland archway. It's not here. It's been completely demolished, and it looks like that they're rebuilding it just like how they did in Windsor. But of course in Windsor, they knocked down the old one and put in a much better one. So hopefully that is going to be the case here. So let's go take a look around what they're doing. So spreading all the way from here over to here, this is where the archway was, and literally, yeah, it's just all completely gone. Something bricktastic is coming soon, so hopefully it won't be too long until this is ready. They did it was a massive improvement at Windsor, so I'm sure it will be here as well. So there we go, that is going to wrap up this vlog here. It's been a good day here at Legoland. Of course, we've had some issues with the weather. Ride availability has been not too bad. There has been a few rides going down because of the weather. However, other than the weather, like, ride availability has been alright. Other than Coastersaurus, which was a shame we only found that out when we got here. However, to be fair, that was our fault. We didn't check the app in time. We only looked when we got here, so that was our fault. However, yeah, it's a shame that that was closed, because I was looking forward to getting back on that. Of course, the main event was Galactic Coaster, so it was good we got on that. And yeah, it hasn't been too busy either. We got on everything pretty quickly as well. But there we go, that's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.